Consciousness Part 3 Conclusion. So the responsibility with consciousness has to do with behavior, as one example, voice, like what I'm doing now with my voice, as a second example. A third example is disarray. So on, like magic, wizardry, witchcraft. But some of the more disturbing aspects, like bullying and evil and deception, I remember in Arizona they used to call the activity of being too manly machismo. And my friends, we'd have our gender separated, and you had to figure stuff out. But it's a lot harder here in Seattle, Washington, because you don't have that same separate, understandable mystery. You've got a lot of information and a ton of data to figure out, to not get assaulted, to not get hurt, to not get confused and scared. And lose track of what you're doing. Have you ever taken a breath after losing track of what you're doing, exhaled? And gone slow afterwards? Paused? And heard silence? People with the power and the control over consciousness don't allow silence. They play rave music, techno music. They talk about their stories of drugs to get you involved in their life. They go to the market to cause disruption, the food market. They destroy nutritional food. They mark on walls, write vulgar language. And then the business gets security. More distraction, more people, more going on in a grocery store with already a million options. Bad, good, horrible, sugary sodas, potato chips, and, gosh darn, tons of other stuff. Enough fat to cause a heart attack for someone with a heart problem. Possibly. And these kinds of consciousness givers or teachers or whatever you want to call them, these messengers, these people who say, be the light. And then you're the light. Okay. So then you've got to figure out, well, what's the emotion with the light right now? Is it scared because I don't want to get cancer? Because when they said be the light, now they are making me stay in the light because I'm so dysfunctional. Or are they trying to make you hallucinate to actually think that you are light? These kinds of examples, or this kind of example, to be clear, are not giving a person a brain and a body. A brain who can talk and a body who can point to the mind and say, "You're hurting my head." A voice that can say, "Leave me alone." And a body with tattoos like mine that say Om. All that any of us as humans can do. Or a dog, if the dog's listening, maybe the dog just goes. But the point is, when they don't let you leave their attention, when they lock on, when they get aware about you, they're causing danger. And they're causing disarray. But consciousness has nothing to do with these kinds of descriptions. Consciousness is the light. Consciousness is my face on the screen. Consciousness is the video. Consciousness is the memory of this video. Consciousness is the memory of saying this word. The word and consciousness are a memory of the voice I hear in apartments next door who don't leave me alone, who hit my wall when I turn on the heat and I have to be cold making a video for school. Consciousness is knowing the body gets frustrated. Consciousness is the finger in the video and the other finger touching. Consciousness is my voice saying consciousness on this video on my YouTube channel. And consciousness does not have to be marijuana, LSD, or some crack or meth or heroin or fentanyl. When there's so much already to be consciousness of in the world. But consciousness only in your brain and consciousness only in your body, they can leave you starving, hungry, afraid, scared, sick, ill, depressed, and make it harder for the body and the brain and the mind to be whole. And not to be just talked about for people to gather socially and have fun. There's people who are addicted to methamphetamine in this world. There's people who are addicted to fentanyl and heroin. And there's people who smoke crack every day and walk around downtown Seattle weighing less than 100 pounds with missing teeth, faces that look like they have just started to not be recognizable anymore by the person nor the body to recognize in the mirror they need more than the drug, they need more than the chemical, they need to be well. And after consciousness and after awareness and attention, people have freedom. Let the body go and run around the mountain trail. Let the brain listen to Mozart. Let the mind go to boot camp. Go to God. Or meditate. The end.